Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we will discuss about a topic, communication plan. Friend, let me tell you that it's a very important topic in terms of project management or when we are implementing a project of software or mobile application. So this is a very important concept of communication in project management. So I will try to explain the topic communication plan in a very easy manner and very easy to understand manner, so that if any person is studying in computer science, so he can this video can be very helpful for him. And if any person is implementing any project, so he can also understand the main concept of communication plan, and he can make the document of communication plan by himself. He should not be need to any take any help from any other side. So let's start our tutorial. I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well. So let's start. What is communication plan? Friend, first I would ask from you that what is communication in your knowledge, in your thought, that what is communication? Please ask from yourself and try to answer what is communication. Friend, communication means information is going through from one side to another. So it's communication means the by using some channel, like for example you can speak, you can listen, your body language, all these are the medium of communication. Like for example, if you are in angry mood, so your body language will be different, your expressions on the face will be different. So this is also some way to communicate to some person. So communication means that passing on some information to other person, and also you can say it receiving the information from other person. So it is a back and forth medium. So in simple terms, not going into a very specific definition of communication, communication means the two-way passing of information in simple way. And you can use your speaking power, your listening power, your body language. So all these sorts of communication, all these sorts of things will become a passage for communication. If one person is walking with very confidence, you notice that he is straight and he is walking with confidence, so you can understand, you can realize that this person is confident or what he is feeling from inside. This is also a way of communication. So now coming towards our main topic, communication plan. Friend, communication plan means, for example, you are implementing a project of mobile application, and you have to do the agreement with any customer. And let's assume that our agreement is already done. Now you are making a communication plan. So what does that mean? What it should be include? Just in a very simple way, not going into the deep, or not, just imagine, just think from your own mind. What should be the communication plan should include? It should include the methods. It should include the method that how communication will pass back and forth, how you will how you will inform the stakeholders, and how the stakeholders will inform you, and how what will be the passage, what will be the way through which communication can be done. Are you getting my point? And what will be the communication hierarchy? Like communicate like the project manager from the vendor side will communicate to the project manager of the customer side. CEO from the customer side will communicate to the CEO of the vendor side. So this will be the this can be an example of communication hierarchy. So in this way the communication will be managed. And what will happen if there is any escalation needed? So in case of escalation, the things from project manager will first be informed, and from project manager the CEO level will be informed. So this would be the communication, this will be the escalation hierarchy as well. So What is communication plan? It is basically defines the method as well who is responsible for various communication activities. Are you getting my point? How you will communicate, who will communicate, and how you will communicate. This is basically in simple terms. Just try to keep the thing simple, that how the communication pass from one party to another party, or one stakeholder to another stakeholder. What will be the mechanism and how you will use these mechanism. It's in simple term, communication defines the method of communication between different stakeholders. So it is just a simply communication plan. Just remember, just try to understand that communication plan is a simple document which defines the strategy to communicate with one stakeholder to another stakeholder, how different stakeholder will communicate to each other. You can say the IT manager of customer will communicate to the IT manager of vendor, and how name of the person, the contact number, email address will also be mentioned in the document. So communication plan, friend, just try to understand the communication plan is defining that which the methods as well as who is responsible for various communication activities. It defines that the communication activities, how these activities will be managed. So it defines the methods. Now next is that it also defines that we will deliver which information to which person. Let me give example. For example, the scope documents will be signed off from the IT manager of customer, project manager of customer, project manager of vendor, or so this will be for example, if there is any issue occur in network side, so the network side network manager of customer will be informed, and network manager from vendor will be informed, and project manager from vendor and customer will be informed. So it is in simple terms, just try to understand that it defines that which type of information will be informed to which person as well. So this is the main concept, that it defines that which audience the information will needs to be provided in which cases. For example, if you the functional specification document will be provided to sign off for the IT manager, and IT manager from customer side will be responsible to review the functional specification document before signing off. So this is a change request document will be provided to IT manager, and CO of customer side will be responsible to sign off the change request. So this is all these are the communication methods, all these are the communication activities which has to be defined, which has to be clearly defined, that which information will be provided to which person and who is responsible to complete that activity. Next is that who has the authority to communicate confidential or sensitive information, and how information should be disseminated. For example, email, website, reports, presentations. So it also defines the same thing, that who is responsible to communicate. Normally project manager from vendor is responsible to communicate to customer, and project manager from customer side is responsible to communicate to vendor. Normally project manager from both sides are responsible to communicate with each other. If things are not settling between the project managers of customer and vendor, then it will be escalate to the relevant authorities, or you can say the senior authorities, like for example senior manager or a CEO of the company, if things are not settling. And to communicate, it is very necessary that the communication method, like emails, reports, presentation, it should be clearly defined, like status report should be provided in Word format, steering committee presentation should be prepared in PPT format, etc. So these formats should also be defined clearly in the communication plan. And the last, it is very important that the change management process should be clearly defined, that in case of any change, how these changes will be managed. For example, the strategy to manage change, it should be clearly defined in the communication plan. It's that means that if any change arise from customer, so project manager should inform to the project manager of vendor side that this change we need to do, and then project manager from vendor side should is responsible to evaluate the change in terms of cost, time and scope, and he will if this change is possible, so he has to project manager has to evaluate the change and make a change request document mentioning all the impact on scope, cost and schedule, and submit it to the project manager and CO of customer side. And CO of customer side is responsible if this change is possible, is acceptable, so he has the authority to sign off the change. So the method to manage change and the hierarchy to manage changes and information about the changes should be mentioned clearly in the communication plan, that how the information regarding the change should be passed through in the organization, and how it will be approved, what will be the procedure to approve a change request. So it is where communication plan is also important, that it should contain the information or method to manage change information. So friends, that's all from my side. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and that's all from my side. And thanks a lot for your time for watching the video. Thank you.